Again, today we're going to visit a small town that's been hit hard by the economy. The small town that we are approaching is Drift. It's a small community in Kentucky. It sits about 20 miles south of Prestonburg. Now, this settlement might have been decades before the coal mining arrived, but it may have been named for the kind of coal in use there. But there's also all kinds of stories of how it got its name. At the height of the mining in the 1940s, the population was about 3,500. As of the census of 2000, there were only 569 people living in this small town of Drift. So you see it went from 3,500 down to 569. But we do know that a post office was established in the community in 1909. And we see how unpopulous it is as of right now. As we go through some of these streets in Drift, we do see some of the properties here are run down old establishments, but there's a handful of places that are kept up and a bit newer. Even some of the roads here have not been updated to accommodate being wider. So there are spots that are very narrow to navigate through. Despite being such a small town with only 569 people, it does have enough population to have two churches in the city limits of Drift. There may not be that many accommodations in the city limits, but just 5 to 10 minutes down the road, they do have, in another community, more of modern shopping centers and restaurants and things like that. So despite not having the great income that it used to have quite a few years ago, people are still thriving by living here and not wanting to leave because they like the community so well. Even though Drift is not as big and popular as it used to be, it does have quite a bit of property that is up for sale, and quite a bit of it has been selling at a good pace